Hello everyone, thank you for joining my channel and welcome back. How have you guys been? I have terribly missed you. I know it's been a really long while. I have been juggling several balls, but as usual, I am always delighted to share information with you guys. For everyone who checked up on me, I really do appreciate it, and I am okay. I hope you are okay too. So let's just get right into the meat of what we'll be talking about today. I'm going to be telling you how you can increase your CRS scores to give you an ITA in 2021. I know a lot of things have happened. A lot of things happened in the express entry system in 2020, and there's been some changes that might affect how your scores are ranked, and I'll be sharing all that with you today on this video. If this is something you'll be interested in watching, don't go anywhere. In the meantime, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you're yet to subscribe. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be highlighting ways you can increase your CRS scores so that you would be able to get an invitation to apply if you are on the Canada Express entry journey. The first way, I feel, I've always said that is even like the first thing to start before considering other points, is to make sure you ace your IELTS. That is the starting point. So I know a lot of you have reached out to me and you've told me, oh, I have a total of 7.5. I have a total of 6.5. Do you think this is sufficient? The truth about the IELTS is it's not really about if it's sufficient. It's about getting enough scores so that you're able to compete favorably in the pool. So I'd always advise anyone who asks me, if you're able to, if you have the resources, please write the IELTS test again. And the aim is to have at least CLB 10 or 9. This means you should be getting an average of 8 overall, 8.5 or even 9. I mean, that's the highest score, but nothing is impossible, right? A lot of people actually get these scores. So that is the first thing I'd advise you do, that you write the IELTS again if your score isn't quite where you want it to be. Now, that's the first way. Now, the second way is I would advise you look at your degrees again. Now, this might not apply to everyone, but there are some people who actually have degrees that they can claim 2 or more degrees for, thereby giving them more points. Someone reached out to me on Instagram, and she's actually a lawyer, and she's currently evaluating her degree with Wes, and she was asking if she would get 2 or more points for that. I told her, unfortunately, you'll be getting only one. You'll be getting points for only 1 degree, and that is only because it's being evaluated with Wes. However, if you evaluate your law degree with ICAS, that's IQAS, it's going to be evaluated as 2 or more degrees, thereby giving you more points. So yes, there are some degrees you probably already have that can be evaluated as 2 or more points. Like if you have a law degree, if you have a medicine degree, now this could be in pharmacy, this could be in veterinary, this could be in what's it called now? What are surgeons called? Well, anyways, if you have a degree or a medical degree as a surgeon, as a doctor, as an optometrist, these are some of the degrees that could give you more than 1 point. Of course, I'll be putting a link in my bio on how to go about evaluating these degrees, or the different bodies that you could have these evaluated with to give you more than 1 degree, points for more than 1 degree. So that's one way to go about it. So look at the degrees you already have, check to see if you could possibly evaluate it and have 2 or more degrees, just so that you're able to increase your points in the pool. So you're able to increase your CRS points. Now, for people who do not have degrees that they could claim 2 or more points for, 2 or more degrees, points for 2 or more degrees for, my advice would be to consider taking off some of those courses that could increase your points. Now, you might not have a master's degree. Obviously, I've always said this if you've watched my previous videos. Now, I know if you've been following this channel and if you've been on this IELTS express entry journey, you'd see that I've shared previous videos on how to ace your IELTS, how to check your CRS score. So now if those are questions you have, or if those are things you might be interested in, you could just refer back to those videos, especially on how to check your CRS score, because I won't be discussing that in this video. Now let's go back to having how you can get degrees, or how you can get certifications that would be ranked as 2 or more degrees. Now this goes especially to people who are currently in Nigeria, as I know many of my followers are from Nigeria. You could actually take certain courses or certifications. You probably already even have some of them, but you just don't know that you can evaluate those to get an extra degree or to get points for 2 or more degrees. Now for accountants in the house, this one is a popular one. ACCA, obviously, you're able to get 2 or more degrees for that. CIPM, this is the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management. You're able to get 2 or more degrees for that. And there's a British Computer Science certification. This is a popular one for people in IT. You're able to get 2 or more degrees for that. I know UNILAG also runs a couple of diplomas that span for between 9 months to a year. If you're able to take one of these, you're able to claim for 2 or more points. And also, there's the National Open University. Now, this isn't like a certification. This is actually a postgraduate degree. But considering the fact that they are actually not as expensive, I think they're between 120 to 150,000 naira. You could actually take a postgraduate degree in about a year, and you're able to rate that or get scores for that, CRS scores for that, as having a second degree or a postgraduate degree, which would increase your overall CRS scores and increase your chances of getting an invitation to apply. Now, there's an extensive list. There's no point reinventing the wheel here. I have a lot of other YouTubers who help the community, the back community, and everyone who's also looking to come to Canada through the Express Entry program. And they also create useful content. I'll share one of them from one of a good YouTuber and a colleague as well. Her name is Feyi Mac. I'll be sharing a video she made where she extensively talked about this, because I know it could benefit you. So you could just go through and see which of these certifications you're able to take or you're able to do, just so that you're able to bag the points for 2 or more degrees. Now, this one is a bit of a wild card, but I'm going to pull it out here. Yes. Have you considered evaluating, have you considered taking French so that you could get points for being bilingual? Yes, you heard right. I did mention earlier that there's been some changes in how the express entry process is evaluated, how the CRS points are allocated in the pool. Now, believe it or not, sometime in 2020, the points for French being bilingual increased from 30 points to 50 points. What this means is that, you know how you usually put in, so if you go through the CRS tool and you put in, you have IELTS, and you always say no to French, you're like, oh no, I don't have any French language results. Now, guess what? If you're able to take a French test and you're able to write the test, you can actually claim for points in French. I know you probably are thinking, but I don't even know how to speak French. I don't know how to speak French either. But trust me, if I were in your shoes, considering how the points are going right now, I would actually consider learning a bit of French. Now, not learning on my own. If you can learn on your own, that's fine. But actually checking to see if there are centers or if there are options of learning online, or if there are tutors you could actually consult with or pay to train you for a period of time in preparation for writing the French test. I actually know a few people who have done this, and yes, they were able to claim scores for French. They were able to claim bilingual points. What this means is if you actually have French, your scores will be going through the roof in the CRS tool. Your CRS points will be going through the roof in the pool. So this is something I would advise you consider. I've advised this to family as well. If you can get a French tutor and dedicate time, thankfully a lot of things are online now, dedicate time to actually learning the language, learning it enough to attempt the TEF, and you don't even have to get the highest score, just see how that could work. But then again, like I always say, before you take any actions, don't take my word for it. Go to the CRS tool, and do the simulation to see how many points extra you would get if you actually took the French test. So yes, guys, that's my wild card. Good luck to everyone who chooses to run with it. And if it's just not your thing, you can hang in there. There might be other ways to come up soon. Now, another way I feel I've always preached to try to increase your CRS score, or to even explore the options you have of relocating to Canada legally, is to consult with a credible, a certified, an IRCC recognized immigration consultant. Now, these aren't people who just put up ads everywhere and tell you they'll, make sure you relocate to Canada, and they make you pay large sums of money and pretty much scam you of your money. No. I always recommend to consult with certified immigration consultants. I'm not even an immigration consultant myself, but I have a lot of friends and colleagues who are, and you could always reach out to me and I could refer you to a number of them. Now, the reason why immigration consultants are really important is they have a wealth of experience. They've dealt with all sorts of candidates, from people coming here to study as students, people coming through provincial nomination, people coming through the Federal Skilled Worker Program, people coming through the Federal Skilled Trade Program, the Atlantic Immigration programs. There are many avenues, there are many streams to come to Canada through, and you just need the right person to point you in the right direction. Now, bear in mind that they aren't doing all the work for you. You'd still have to do a lot of your homework. You'd still have to do a lot of research, but you're just getting someone who has the knowledge, who has the experience, and who's able to guide you through the journey. This is something I always recommend. Now, if this is something you're able to do, I'd advise you get on with it immediately. There is really no time, TikTok, every second counts. And I wish you all the best in your process and your Canada Express entry or Canada immigration journey. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. And also share it with your friends who might be interested or who just have a lot of questions around the process as well. Thank you for watching. Until my next video, stay safe.